Well guys, as you can see, that is the calves' first mineral block. I have just been giving them loose minerals every time I feed in the mornings, and they go through that pretty quick, so I'm sticking out a block. It'll take them a little longer to lick on and all that, but I'll still be giving them loose mineral once or twice a week. It's just this will fill in the in-between times. So and guys, you may notice there are a few calves in here that still are dealing with pink eye. Whenever we worked them the last time, we treated all the ones that had pink eye, and it's still not going great, but there are a couple that have it in both eyes. They're nearly blind. I know there's one that's really struggling, but he's been treated, and it's just a matter of waiting it out and hoping that his eyesight returns. The rest of them, they're all doing fine. Haven't had any issues besides that. All the ones we cut horns off, like this guy, he's doing just fine. Doesn't act like he's felt anything the last couple days, so they're doing well. And then the ones we castrated, you can maybe see they're getting dark, and they're starting to come off. Not actually fall off, but they're drying up. So yeah, so the calves aren't acting like they're in too much pain, which is good. All of them are eating. None of them lost their appetite after getting worked. And so, yeah, all 41 doing just fine. Hopefully, on this new pasture I just moved them to, they'll be putting on a lot of good weight. And this is some pretty good grass, at least in this field. A lot of clover and a lot of fescue, young fescue at least, and some Bermuda. As I've mentioned a few other times, it has been super dry here. We haven't had rain in weeks, and forage wasn't growing as a result of that, and so a lot of stuff was drying up, and the only thing that was green was old, and so cows weren't really too fond of eating that. But yesterday morning we got, I think, 4/10 of an inch of rain, which is great. And I know it's hard to tell, the ground soaked it up pretty quick. But even just in a matter of one day, 24 hours, a lot of green has returned to the pastures, and you can tell things are slowly gonna grow. The clover isn't nearly as dried up, and the fescue is not as brown. So it's amazing what one little bit of rain can do in a matter of 24 hours to a really dried up pasture. Anyway, that's an update on the calves, and now it's time to hopefully get some hay hauled. Well guys, made it out to the hayfield with the tractor, and this field was cut on shares because we don't have any hay equipment ourselves, and so we have a guy that comes out, he cuts it, bales it, rakes it, all that stuff, and he takes half. So sure, you're losing half the nutrients, but we also buy hay and bring nutrients back onto our place, so we really aren't losing that much nutrient wise by giving away half, because like I said, we're bringing more on. But as you can tell, it is super dry. This was cut about 7 days ago, I think, and baled 3 or 4 days ago, and it is Everything's burned up pretty much. There's a little bit of clover coming up. But like I said, with this last rain, hopefully this will all start greening up. You may be able to see all of the June bugs flying around. That, I don't know why they're sticking out here, but as long as they don't move to the fruit trees, we'll be good. But anyway guys, now that I'm, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile away from the house, I'm by myself and I need to go get the truck with the hay trailer on it. So because I'm by myself, that means I get a little exercise this morning. Go for a little run while I'm on my way back to the house. So. Okay, so I stacked the bales earlier today, the ones that were already in here that we loaded and dropped off, and these are the new ones so far for today. I think there's 2 loads there, and then this will be load number 3. And if you guys have never seen these kind of trailers, basically you just slide the bales on as you guys saw. The trailer will tip, the bales will roll off and land roughly right about there. First, I gotta take this pin out. And yeah, I'm gonna set the camera down. Basically, I'll just grab this handle, pull it towards me, and the bales will flip off. And there you have it, guys. Trailer's unloaded. We didn't have a full load on this one. We were 1 bale short, but next load we should have a full 8.